Hey, it's Timber Tuesday, and we are going to put on a log on this sawmill, the biggest one we've ever put on. You guys stay tuned. Some questions on our post, and I'm going to start trying to answer some of the questions each time we do Timber Tuesday. First one was, what do we do prior to using the sawmill? So let me take you around real quick and show you what I do. The first thing I do is I lubricate all of the adjustment points on the mill. I use a Workhorse multi-purpose lube by Liquid Wrench, and then also Liquid Wrench penetrating oil. And basically what I do is I go through, and each point that's adjustable, I spray a little bit of penetrating oil on, and I do this for the entire mill. And what that does is it keeps the mill, fresh and loose, and it never gets bound up and rusted up. So that's the thing I do on the base of the mill. Let me show you what I do on the head of the mill. All right, so I spray a little bit on the post here, on all four sides of the post that the head slides up and down on. These pulleys in the cable system, that first off, when I'm not using it, I leave it loose, but I spray a little bit on the pulley. And there's four pulleys, two on each side, one at the top, one at the bottom. I spray a little bit of penetrating oil on all the moving parts, and you can spray up in here on top of this screw. This is where you adjust the wheel, tracking of the bandsaw wheel. So I spray this each time that I use it, and so far I've had zero issues. This is like a drag system that causes you to the head to be infinitely adjustable. Well, that's a hard word for me to say. This is where I use the Workhorse multi-purpose lube by Liquid Wrench, and I found this to be really good. It's not showing any wear. There's a little hole up here that you spray on the cable, and I've yet to have to adjust the cable, and I spray this every time that I use it. And if I don't use it, I can actually hear the metal grinding. So I have forgot a couple of times, but now I use it every time. Just spray a little bit of the lube in there. You can see how good it works. The head stops exactly where you want it, but it's not wearing that cable out. So the last thing that I lubricate is under the hood, if you will, or as my UK friends say, under the bonnet. So this is a safety switch right here that if the door was to come open, it would actually shut the sawmill down. This switch, I'll clean it up good, but each time I spray a little penetrating oil on it to make sure that it doesn't stick. When I first got it, I would wash this down, and this would actually stick in a certain place, so it actually wouldn't even release when the door opened. So I've cleaned that up. I spray a little bit of penetrating oil each time, and it works perfectly. So the rest of the maintenance is just common sense maintenance. If you're gonna check the oil in the engines, you're gonna make sure your air filter's clean. You're gonna look over bolts, make sure everything is tight. I mean, it's inherently violent when the blade hits the log. It vibrates, it shakes. So make sure that you check these things. You take care of your sawmill and it'll take care of you. Hey, we were over the farm the other day and we harvested some trees, and I want you guys to know, I got so much to learn on trees. Some people can walk in and look at a tree, the bark, and identify a tree. Not this guy. I called it a white oak. I called it a black oak. I called it a pin oak. Turned out it's just a red oak, southern red oak. Once the tree got down and I got my little guide out at home here and I looked it up, it's like, it's a red oak. But either way, it's still a red oak, and we got it. Hey, this is one of the old southern sayings. I got my cart before the horse. Well, that's what I did. I got the log, come over here, getting ready to set it on, and I realized I hadn't prepared the mill. I got the maintenance done, but I didn't get the mill ready for the log to be on there. And this is a pretty heavy log, so I want to make sure that it is fully prepared. The other end was about 8 inches to the center of the log. This is pretty oblong right here, but here's the center of it. The check mark's pretty much the exact same place too. So we're gonna go, this one's roughly, I would say it's about a ½ inch lower. So we could probably take the tractor, pick this up and put a shim under it and get that leveled out pretty easy. I don't know if a ½ inch is worth it. I'm probably going to cut it this way it sets. You guys tell me if you think raising this up a ½ inch or a ¼ inch up is worth the time.
That doesn't give you willies. Whew.
Well, I guess you can't win them all. We cut this tree down. It looked pretty healthy, tall, straight. And this is up towards the very top of the tree. You can see here that there was a dead limb, and there's a bunch of these black ants, big giant black ants in here. So I was shooting for an 8x8. I don't think we're gonna get that. So I guess I'll probably just go ahead and take this down. This is 9.5 inch wide boards. I guess I'll go ahead and cut this down a couple more. That's 8 right there. Let's see, 7. Let's see here. I can't get it. I probably can't even get a 6x6 out of this, because this is pretty much dead center, and I don't know how far down it goes. Pretty good ways. They'll be all right. Won't be the last ant I get on me. All right, I wanted an 8x8 post is what I wanted out of this. 8x8, 8 inches by 8 inches by 16 foot long. So, well, this ant net's being right in the middle. There's still a pretty significant gouge right here where the ant nest is. And so I cut it down to 6 inches, hoping that that would be, you know, I could still get a 6x6 out of it. It's not gonna happen. So what I'm gonna do is split this thing right down the middle, and I can get a 4x6. I can get 2 4x6s out of this at least. Let's see, I think I can get, it'll be close. So I can get 1 4x6 out of it for sure, and then maybe 1 3x6. We may end up making boards out of it, I don't really know. We'll see what we get when we get in the center of it, because I really don't know how far down this goes. All right, I'm gonna be able to get I was gonna get a 4x6 out of this one, and I was gonna try to get a 4x6 out of this one. Well, this one ends up being pretty stable. So this one's 5 inches by 6 inches. So I'm gonna leave that one on the back. This one on the front, and you guys see that when I cut loose, the tension in that thing, how it popped up. I'm pretty sure that's where the ant nest was, and there's a weak side to this. So we cut the weak side of it off, and I believe we're gonna end up being okay here. I don't know, you guys tell me what you think, what to do wrong. I'm still learning. This is the biggest log we've ever cut up. Let me show you some of the grain. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Hey, this is exciting. We're gonna wrap this up. I mean, it's not what we wanted. We wanted an 8x8, but the ants got in this tree and put a hurting on it. But still, look at the grain in this. This is absolutely beautiful. Let me show you this real quick while we're wrapping this up. We wouldn't got this grain right here had the tree not been sick. So it's a good thing that we harvested it. It would end up blowing down anyway. This is still solid wood, still usable. But look at the color patterns in that. That's just absolutely beautiful. Hey, I really appreciate you watching our channel too, and learning with us as we learn. We've learned so much. I can't begin to tell you how much I've learned since we've started this. But I appreciate you guys' comments. Leave a comment in the description below if you've got some ideas or if you see me do something wrong. Again, I appreciate you watching our channel. God bless and have a great day.